So today I want to talk about this 72 meter, 234 foot Norwegian built ice class vessel that was originally built in 1970 in Norway to be a fisheries vessel. It's ice class C, was built to DNV class. Somewhere around 2000 or so it was converted to become an expedition yacht, and it spent a fair amount of time up in the ice in the Arctic. It may have also gone to the Antarctic, I don't know, but it was sought after by charter brokers and was quite successful. So then around 2014, a fellow bought it and he took it back to Norway to do a very extensive refit and upgrade to turn it into a diving specialist vessel. And it went into the shipyard there. They did all the engineering. They got all their DNV class approvals, and they started spending millions of pounds. And for whatever reason that I don't know yet, he didn't follow through. I don't know whether he disappeared or ran away or what he did, but in any case, as it sits in the shipyard, it's 80% finished. They're adding a helipad on the bow, and this is fairly common on commercial vessels that work out in the oil fields and in the wind farms. You don't see it so much on private vessels, but there's no reason that you can't do this, and it's completely valid. And in this case, because it's a yacht, they actually have hinged sides on this helipad, and we'll look at the plans and the pictures of that. So the helipad folds in and it conforms with the basic bow shape, so it doesn't interfere with anything. One of the main areas that they concentrated on was the A-frame aft, and it's all engineered and set up for a submersible. So the mission that this owner was preparing the boat for is a serious dive mission with a decompression chamber, obviously tank compressors and all of that stuff, but also a sophisticated submersible. On a lot of yachts, this can become problematic, how you move it around, where you store it, where you launch it. So you'll see he installed a rail system, which is quite sophisticated, and he's got an A-frame with a lifting mechanism to actually that is 8 tons worth of lift to pick up his submersible and then launch it. And so we'll get into all that. So there you see the finished product. Now we're going to look at what state it's in and what it needs, and dig into the guts of this very capable ship. So let's start our in-depth tour at the stern here. You see the A-frame launching system there for the submersible. That's an 8-ton lift on top of the A-frame. And the submersible moves along on these tracks that are built into the deck. And there's a transporter dolly that fits on those tracks to take a heavy submersible. And these are stored in the warehouse right now. The transom door that opens into the dive center is also on some sort of hydraulics that go down into the ocean, so it delivers divers already a meter or 2 deep there. So let's go up to the bow and look at this helideck, which is a very interesting feature. It's got a walkway there that goes up to the bridge for exiting the helideck. And as I mentioned before, the helideck is on hinges, the sides that hang over the hull, and those fold up and actually conform to the hull. It's got refueling, and therefore it's got a foam firefighting system. As we go aft, you see a man overboard crane there and the cradle for the rib, the stainless steel new deck railing. These portholes are all new through the hull, and as are all the firefighting systems and piping. Here are the life rafts, all stored safely away in the warehouse, along with some life rings there. So now let's go up to the bridge. You see the floor to ceiling windows that have been put on the bridge. Here's what it looks like from the inside, ready to be finished and for installations. And if you're curious about the finishing of the steelwork on the inside of the hull, here you have a look at the bow. Going aft from the wheelhouse on the bridge deck is a gymnasium, a TV room, and a sun lounge. So a lot of the furniture and the fabrication for these interior spaces is stored in the warehouses. So the next deck is where the 4 very large guest suites are with big deck space. Each of these guest suites has a very large living room, and these could be reconfigured to be 6 cabins or however a new owner would like it. On the main deck, which is all basically crew and ship functions, I'm a little puzzled because you have an officer's mess, a crew mess, a giant galley, a big conference room, and lots of oversized cabins for staff. My thought is if you're not going to be doing a lot of ocean research or having a lot of security or other specialists on board, you might want to reconfigure some of this space. Likewise, on the next deck, a lot of crew cabins. So you might claim some of this space for a spa, for a ski room, for another cinema, or whatever. Plenty of room. In summary, I think this is a great vessel. It's just got tremendous bones and history. It has tremendous capabilities that you're not going to find in a white yacht. The conversion plan that was undertaken is completely valid, and I think it represents tremendous value, and I would love to be involved with this project. There are links below to find out more, so check it out.